Hey guys, so we're here today with Jamie, and Jamie has just hit his first 150k cash collected month. Now, Jamie's been in the mentorship for about 4 months, turning up every single day, helping out all the other boys, and just really making the most out of it. Probably why he's been able to be in this position now today, where he's seeing the success. So, Jamie, how we doing, bro? What's up with you?
Yeah, can't complain, mate. Had a good month so far. My best month so far in appointment setting. All thanks to yourself, Ethan and Andrew. And long may it continue. It's only the start.
That's it, man. Cool. Well, let's go into your story today, because obviously you've been really successful. And I feel like it'd be really helpful for everyone to see that, just like myself, you were just a normal guy at one point, and the steps you actually took to get to this position today, and how that journey actually felt along the way. So, the first thing I'm going to do actually is just give you an opportunity to really tell everyone who you are, where you come from, what your background is, and then we can really get into it.
Yeah, so I'm Jamie. I was originally from just outside London. I was doing quantity surveying back at home, which is just an apprenticeship, the normal 9 to 5, but I was actually working 8 till 5. And yeah, I really wanted to get out of that 9 to 5. So I learned how to day trade. I was mentored how to day trade and was earning quite an income off that. However, it was quite inconsistent. And I was looking to generate a consistent income online, which is where, fast forward 2 years, I fell into your mentorship. Saw you on TikTok and decided to take a risk and join you to do appointment setting.
Cool. Here we are today. So initially when you made that change to get into appointment setting, what actually made you realise that something needed to change?
I think it was because I've just moved abroad into Australia and I was desperate not to get back into that 9 to 5 again and fall back into that trap of working my life away. So trading is good, however I do better with it, working and doing something else alongside it, which I kind of want to do it remotely. So I fell into appointment setting, which is where I am now with you boys.
Sure. And what is it exactly you were struggling with before we worked together?
Just like inconsistent income months. I feel like that was the big thing for me. I wanted to create consistent income online. Something where the harder I work, the more rewards I'd reap. And that's where I kind of came into appointment setting, which is majority commission based. So it was the harder I worked, the more I applied myself, the more success I'd see in it, which I've seen so far.
Cool. And on your way to, trading, appointment setting, like what were all the things that you tried so far?
So yeah, to be fair, I've only tried trading. I've tried building a shop on Spotify, I think it's called. Did not work out at all. And then Shopify. And then just went into appointment setting, which is where I am now.
What were things you'd already tried, Jamie?
So obviously I tried the 9 to 5, did not work out at all. Really did not want to be in that sort of scenario again. I've tried trading. I still do trade. However, it was kind of like all my eggs were in one basket, which I didn't want. So I wanted to kind of diversify my skill set, which is where I landed into appointment setting, where as I said, I saw you on TikTok and then decided to take that risk into getting into appointment setting and the sales space online.
Cool. How did that feel then day to day when you had all your eggs in one basket and you were looking for you wanted to push further but you didn't have it yet?
It was quite stressful, just relying on one source of income. And with trading, it's quite hard psychologically. So when you're solely relying on that for an income and it wasn't working out, it was very, very stressful. It was a very stressful time. And especially with the 9 to 5 hindering in the background, it was not nice. It was not a nice situation to be in.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like overall, what is it that you really felt like wasn't working then at that time?
I think it was just the case with trading, it's more patience, where I wanted to find something where the harder I worked, the more rewards I'd see. So with sales, it's kind of the more I applied myself and the more I got myself out there with the guidance of yourself, Andrew and Ethan, the more rewards I'd see, which is what I've been seeing this month. I mean, I've hit my highest month so far in appointment setting, and long may it continue.
Yeah, man. And when you did come on board into the mentorship, like how fast did things actually shift?
Yeah, so within my first 2 days, I actually landed a role with a functional fitness mobility coach with over 450k followers on Instagram, which was very good. You also connected me with Assessor manager, Yanis, very, very good guy, and now a very good friend of mine. I like to call him that. And it was all from you and yourself and Ethan putting that role towards, well, in my path, and then I kind of took it on. I can redo it again if you want. That was fucking awful.
But it's fine. Okay, we can redo it then.
Sorry, that last bit there I kind of fucked up, but
Just go from there and just say you put it on my plate. That's fine.
yeah. And then so yourself and Ethan and Andrew, put the role in your group chat, and I applied through there and then got the role, which was amazing.
Cool. And then from there, what results have you seen since?
So it started off pretty slow, however it was consistent. I was only hitting them 1 to 1.5k months. However, this month again has been my biggest month. I've hit 150k cash collected just this month alone, and we've still got I think a week and a bit left. So yeah, hopefully we'll see the biggest month so far.
Yeah, 100%. And what about in other aspects of your life, not just the appointment setting specifically?
Yeah, so the good thing about RSG is that you get a lot of external people in, which has been really beneficial for myself. So I've started implementing small habits to help me succeed more in my sales game. So I've started going to the gym more, which is something that you'd never see me in the gym before I joined RSG. Having the cold showers, I mean, just that mental battle and like to get me prepared for the day, and then to go on and then perform the way I have this month, which has been a very successful month for myself. However, I do realise this is only the beginning, and there are plenty more steps to take within this journey of appointment setting and sales as a whole. And yeah, that's essentially it.
Cool. And if you really had to put a finger on it, what is the biggest win so far?
The biggest win has probably been this month. This month has been a very good month. It's been a good month of progression. As I said, I've started being consistent in the gym, started having consistent cold showers, which might not seem a lot, but it's been very, very good for me. And I've seen my best sales month. So I think it's a coincidence that when I've started implementing these small changes within my personal life as well, that my change with my career in sales has also skyrocketed too.
Yeah. Why do you feel like this mentorship has worked in the way it has done, giving you this success?
I feel like just having the group of people, a similar age to myself, who have got the same ambition to achieve the financial freedom they desire, to achieve whatever they want, whether it's achieving financial freedom for their family, travelling, just having the same drive as myself has been a massive thing for me. The support yourself, Andrew and Ethan give is second to none. It's amazing. The one-to-ones, the constant me being held accountable for my actions has been very good, shall I say, and has helped me keep on track of my progression in sales. And each month I've been getting better. Like there's been no one step forward, two steps back. It's been straight success.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen it here, like the steps you've taken, leaps and bounds. Yeah, you've made so much progress. And from seeing the space, understanding everything else that's out there, what would you say that's different about our mentorship specifically?
Definitely the one-to-one support. Always, 24 hours I'll text you and you reply to me. I'm based in Australia too, and there's always someone responding to me, which is amazing. The group of amazing people that we've got here, I said yourself, Ethan, Andrew, the group of boys that we've got here, you've got Finn, Calvin, amazing boys. And also the connections you have as well, like Yanis, who I met through set managing. The role I've got at the moment, Sufyan, very nice guy. And they've all come from yourself and the connections that you bring to the table, which has helped me progress in my journey and has definitely sped it up to the other hand, where I would have done it on my own and it would have been a lot slower, the progression, I feel like anyway.
Yeah, 100%. With that support then, what do you feel like is the one thing that has helped you the most?
Definitely the one-to-one calls with holding me accountable. There was a clear progression. We set out a clear plan of where I am now and where I want to be. And although I'm nowhere near where I want to be personally, I've definitely taken the right steps into becoming where I want to be, which has been a massive thing for myself. And as I said, it's only the beginning. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, and you boys allow me not to get too ahead of myself. However, I have seen clear progression, and it's probably the most I've progressed since I started in the online space.
Great, yeah, and I'd even say this to someone, like if you are in the position you want to be in already, you're probably in the wrong position still. Because always pushing for that more. Perfect. And someone that was in the same position to you then, similar, maybe they're in an apprenticeship, just 9 to 5 generally, or A levels. what would you say to them? What advice would you give?
So one thing that's always stuck by me is typically when you ask someone that's older than you, in their 50s or 60s, you ask them, you know, what do you regret in your life? They regret things that they haven't done. So it was important to me to do the things that I haven't done, or I felt too scared to take that risk. Essentially. So like taking that risk whilst I'm young is very important to me. So I don't have that regret when I'm older saying, what have I done that? What have I done this? I just go full power into it and hopefully reap the rewards. If you put as much effort as you do into your 9 to 5, or you know, go into the gym, into a skill that you learn online, or just whatever you want to do, you should 99% be successful in it.
Yeah, that's it. All these guys working these long hours, slaving away to get not even a piece of the pie. You get a crumb, if you want to call it that. Cool. So would you recommend RGS to anyone else?
100%. I mean, it's just a community of like-minded people like yourself, Ethan, Andrew, working towards the same goal and taking everyone along the journey as well. It helps speed up your progress too, and you know, taking that risk into achieving the life that you want. If you want to do the 9 to 5, fine, fair play to you. That's what you want to do. However, if you want more from life and you want that financial freedom that you desire and have the freedom of your own time, I feel like this is the best space and the best place to be in.
100%. Okay. So say that guy was then sat on the fence and they were like, shit, do I do it? Do I not? What would you tell them in that moment?
There's never a right moment to take a risk. You just got to do it. You just got to take that risk into the unknown and just do it. Because the worst case scenario, you can just go back to doing what you want to do. But I know there's a lot more people that want a lot more in life than what they currently are now. So just taking that risk really is the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's like, what's the scariest thing? Never taking a risk and potentially still being in a 9 to 5 when you're 60, or taking a risk now and maybe it not going the way you wanted it to for the next few months. Yeah. Okay. And what's next for you? What's on the cards? Where do you actually want to take it?
Yeah, so there's multiple different options that I can go down. So either managing my own sales team, growth operations, which I'm currently helping out my mate with at the moment with one of his mentorships, which is amazing, or potentially coaching like yourself too, helping like-minded individuals like yourself or people who are scared to take that risk into transitioning from their 9 to 5 into the online space, and hopefully helping them achieve the same as what you and you boys have done at RGS.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. And is there anything else that you'd actually want to add, like something I haven't asked you, or anything that you feel like would be valuable?
No, just take that risk now. There's never a right time to do it. You just got to get your foot in the door, take that risk, because the world's your oyster. You know, the world is what you make of it. So just take that risk and just do it, man. That's it, really.
Great note to leave it on. Well, thank you, Jamie. It's been an amazing 4 months. Proud of you, man, and the stuff you've achieved is obviously amazing. Now doing 150k cash collected in a month, 4 months in. Yeah, I can't wait to see where we take this, bro. And yeah, we'll meet up in Samui in February. I look forward to that. Seeing you finally.
Samui. Yeah, bring it on.
Cool. All right, man. You take care and we'll speak soon.
And you.